I was in Palermo for a month to study Italian, and at the end of the month, I came up from Sicily by train, made the crossing at night, and was on the last leg into Naples when I had to switch to a local service. The new train was a morning commuter. Anyhow, because I'd been in school, this was the first time I'd been out among Italians properly on my own, and it was amazing because all of a sudden, I realized that I could actually understand everything. I could understand every word that people were saying around me. And at first, it was, pretty amazing. Except all of these conversations were small. About family, about boyfriends and girlfriends, and being Italian, there were a good deal of complaints. To be honest, after a while, none of it was very interesting. So I'm on the last leg of the journey. I've just switched trains, and I'm sitting right next to a couple of women who are dressed smart, going to work. And I'm wearing earplugs, but not playing any music so I can listen in to what these people are saying. And this is where it gets interesting. At first, these women don't have much to say. They really don't. They talk about the weekend, they talk about work, yada, yada, yada. And then, right out of the blue, this conversation happens. I don't even remember how it starts, but the discussion changes, and one of the women is talking about how she was a witness in this unsolved murder case. Like the only witness. It's a day like today, she says, and she gets into the train station in Naples, and there's a boy on the platform with two bags, a shoulder bag and a bigger bag, and he's on one knee tying his shoelace or something. And this boy, she has this definite idea about him, is American. She doesn't know how she knows this, but she knows, He has short cropped hair, and she can see the tan line on his neck where his hair is just being cut. His clothes look new, and he's wearing this green t-shirt with the design on the back. It's an outline of a star set in a circle. He's also wearing corduroy shorts with big pockets. She just knows he's American. Then, because he's in her way, he does this little half turn as she overtakes him, and he says sorry to her in English. Anyhow, that's it. That's literally it. There isn't anything else to it. She sees this boy at the station, and he's in her way, and she overtakes him, and he says he's sorry. It's done. Nothing more. There's a weekend, or a couple of days go by, and then one evening, when she gets home, she's watching the news, and she sees these people, the police, searching a field. And she takes notice of this because it says in writing at the bottom of the screen that this is happening live, right around the corner from where she lives. She's watching this and not really sure what the search is about. And there's a line of police making their way through the field with sticks and stuff. And then right out of the blue, they show this design. The star in the circle, and there's this announcement that these clothes have been found on wasteland just around the corner from her, and that someone has been seriously injured because the clothes were soaked in blood and cut like someone has been stabbed. And the design is from a t-shirt. So this is weird enough, right? But on this train, there are, 100 people? Let's say 5 carriages, right? And maybe 20 people easily in each carriage. So that's at least 100 people who have every single one of them walked by this boy. And she is the only one who goes to the police. The only one. They never find the boy. They have no idea who he is. The police find a room, right? And it's covered in blood. The same blood that's on the t-shirt. So they know he's dead. They know something terrible has happened to him, and they think, although they can't be certain, that this has happened within hours of her seeing him. I mean, imagine that. Just try to imagine that happening to you. I mean, all this stuff that must go through her head. What if she'd said something to him, done one thing which would have knocked everything else out of sync? I mean, just think about that. You can't picture it, can you?